All right, so today is August 12th to Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. It's currently like 6:40 in the morning. I just got home from a 6-day work week where I have one day off and I get to repeat it again next week. Yay, awesome. No, it's not bad. Um, it's really honestly not that bad. But it is a 6-day work week in itself. So, uh, it was an interesting night because it's inventory day today, which means, almost nobody worked freight, yet fucking I did, obviously. I always work freight, except for fresh inventory. So I get more breaks than, well, I always work freight regardless, because usually I'm in frozen then. But, yeah, I, whatchamacallit, I ended up doing a lot of freight. So we all had the sneaking suspicion that we were all going to have to work freight today. So a lot of us, because, we were supposed to have two trucks yesterday, uh, for fucking frozen and dairy. It didn't show up. It showed up yesterday, some point after we all left. Um, it was annoying because, let's face it, we all ended up working it today. It was seven, technically, it was 8 pallets, um, of of. It was 7 pallets of fucking frozen. And now, unbeknownst to me, that I was even going to get called over to work it because I clocked in at 8 o'clock last night and I got off 6 o'clock this morning. So I worked 10 hours straight. Well, it was 9.5, but you know, I was working all my pallets. And I got done with the salads and I didn't even know my boss had texted me for whatever reason. Well, it was probably good that I did because my watch wasn't vibrating or letting me know that I was getting any text or anything. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I had my buddy T called because he was talking with her, and I was like, what the fuck? Why didn't it go through? Because I missed another text. So I was like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Yo, yeah, it was annoying. But anyways, it was like 7 pallets of frozen that we worked, and we worked six in 2.5 2 hours. Like we were not messing around. We were getting it done. Down stacked and worked in 7 hours or 2 hours, excuse me. Um, remind you, I had why did that make noise? That was weird. I had already worked 2 pallets of produce, so by that time we I already worked 9 pallets. Um, oh, that's probably why it made noise. That was a weird click. I'd already worked 9 pallets, so I was kind of like annoyed, but let's get this fucking done. So by that time, by midnight rolls around, I'm like, all right, cool. I worked another cart and got that cleared out. They pulled out the last pallet. I was like, all right, they got this. Went back to produce, worked 2 wet wall pallets. I was like, all right, dope. Got that condensed down. Worked my berry pallet. Got that down to damn near nothing. Worked, and by that time I started working an apple pallet, had that down to damn near nothing, and I was like, fuck, I gotta go to lunch. Well, I had one more berry apple pallet, got that done as soon as I got back from lunch. Worked my mushrooms that were on that. It got that down to one. I left them two pallet, two pallets in the cooler. One that was berries, apples, and citrus. one that was wet wall, and behind that I had a cow cart full of the salads that I just pinned up. I was like, I don't care. Just get this shit put away or just put in the cooler. And by that time I'm like, all right, let's move on to the dry. Well, the dry was all sorts of foobar. I mean, my banana pallet had one backside of the top half, just straight bags of potatoes, and I was like, why? Why? So I had to haul that back, get that down stacked, and had to go work the rest off of that. That went by super fast. I was out of the fucking produce by like 3:30, done and cleaned up by 4, and went and I was yeah, and I was done with meats by 4:30. I was pretty much done. I was just floating around doing absolute dick. So, it's kind of dope for the last 2 hours. Hung out in meat and produce for a minute. We talked with the team lead. You know, hung out in meats or not meats, frozen. Helped my friend and get inventory prepped. Wow, I couldn't even spit that out. I was just kind of hanging out because I was like, yeah, I can't even get into the bins and dump them. So fuck it. I can't even pull the picks. So not even gonna worry about it. Because they shut the system down, so where I can't even pull it out of the system, and I wasn't even gonna try to save, anything or try to save the tags for them. So I was like, yep, nope, not doing that. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna call it for now and say hasta la vista. So that's kind of how my night went. 10 hours of fucking freight and just me going. So it was like we ended up doing like what I'm gonna count it since I worked down Sacto Mall. 7 pallets of frozen, 6 pallets of frozen. Uh, Area 51, salad, wet wall, berries. I'm already up to 10. Then apple, dry. 15 pallets in like 12 hours. I mean, that's not too shabby. My numbers are pretty good when it comes to it because our numbers are supposed to be about a box a minute or case a minute, and I think I kind of blew that out of the water. So I'm off tonight. The only thing I have planned to do was laundry, so I think I'm gonna take care of that tonight after I wake up, sometime after midnight. So yeah, I don't have much else to say. I mean, I know I've been talking for a hot minute. At least it feels that way. Yeah, 8.5. So it's kind of tired of talking. I'm gonna edit this, upload it, and edit my other videos and call it a day. So I shall see you all tomorrow. Later.